Hi everybody, welcome back to DayZ, and remember these little beauties, the guard towers on Chernarus that surround many military locations. Well, one of the problems is a few updates ago, for some reason BI, the developers behind DayZ, took out the loot that used to spawn in them. So what I've created is some really simple XML snippets that get the loot spawning back in them. Well, I haven't created them. I found some of the old XMLs and I've taken the relevant code bits out of there and put them together so that you can add them back as well. Because there's loads of these towers around places like the Northwest Airfield, and they were a great source of, I always felt, fairly low risk loot. So instead of having to go up into the middle of the airfield and search the tents, you could always have a look through these guard towers, and the chances are, you may well find something useful. Maybe not top tier stuff, but definitely something useful. Just bear in mind that when you do add these XMLs, you're adding an awful lot of loot positions for this sort of stuff to spawn in on. So you may well want to increase stuff. So let's take a look then at how you do this. So these are the towers. So this is Northwest Airfield. As you can see, there's loads and loads of towers. They're dotted all over the place. Actually, these towers. Here we go. There's a load down by Zelengorsk in that particular area as well. So what have you got to do? Well, I'll put a link in the description below this video. You just need to go to my GitHub repository, and you just need to download the README, or you can just copy and paste it off there. If you want to download the stuff, just click on the code button, download zip, extract the zipped package on your local PC, and then you'll have access to it. There's a couple of photos of a guard tower in case you weren't sure what they were, but the README contains all the information. And the README, the important bit are two XML snippets. The first one you add to your map group proto, and this is the old bit of XML that refers to the land mill tower small and what it should have in it, which basically is military clothes, weapons or explosives, and you get a chance of having two things at those sort of positions. And then underneath it is the more larger entry that goes in your map group pos, and this is actually the coordinates and orientation of hopefully all of the towers on Chernarus. So the first one says, look, this is what should go in these towers, and the second one is, this is where the towers actually are. So what you want to do is go to your server, and then you'll want to go into the web interface, depending on the server provider you've got. And you can really do this in the web interface if you like. Go to your file browser, go into your missions folder. You have to dig down a bit further on PC. So this is Chernarus server, so it'd be in here. If it was Enoch, it would be, if it was Livonia, it'd be Enoch. And then if we scroll down, we're after the map group pos and map group proto. Now this is interesting. As you can see, these are grayed out, which means that you can't access them from the web browser. So all you need to do is just download the map group pos, show in the folder. Let's open that up. So as you can see, these are the map group pos. So just create some space at the top, and then we could go to. It's probably worth including the remarks as well, so you know what it is. Oop, too far. Copy that. Paste that into there. Just checking everything looks okay. Now for some reason I've got another map group pos in my downloads folder, so let's just, there it is, let's just delete that one, and then let us just save that. And then what we could do is go into downloads and just rename this just so it's back to map group pos. So that's the map group pos done, and then the other one that we want is the map group proto, which is there. So let's download the map group proto, show in the folder, map group proto, edit with Notepad++. Now this one's a little bit different. So they're always interesting files, these, because they're telling the game. So for example, if we look at this one, so land shed W6, it's an industrial item, farms as well, and it should contain tools and containers, and the tags are ground and floor, and they're the coordinates that those items should be spawned on when the central loot economy picks them. So basically what's missing is the entry for the guard tower. So if we go to the top, there's this other bit at the top, and then underneath defaults, if we just put in a couple of spaces, and then we can go back up here. There we go. And we can just copy this. Paste that in. Oh, looks so good. Save that. Then we can just go back to our server and we can just go upload file, downloads. Do both of them at the same time. They will then overwrite the existing ones. And then what you would then need to do is you would need to restart the server. Now, I'm not going to do it now because I know someone's already on the server, so I'm not going to restart it. But once you restart it, then the items will start to spawn in again. If you're on a local server, you may well have to delete your storage folder, but that will obviously completely blank the server and be starting again. But normally on on community servers, you don't need to do that. You just upload the files; they'll be over to the top of the existing one, and then pretty soon you should find items spawn in on these guard towers. And that, my friends, is it. If I get time, I may well do the one for Livonia. I'll have to check to see if these guard towers must spawn on Livonia, mustn't they? Yes, but there we go. If you found the video useful, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.